Hello, everyone, and welcome back or welcome to Vessel of Light. If you are new here, I am Nana Hasia, and I am a spiritual healer and an inner work coach. This channel is all about healing and embodying our God given identity. It's about breaking strongholds that the enemy wants to have on us. So, this video is some insight for my gifted women and men out there to avoid becoming a tragic hero or a tragic heroine in your own life. So, what is a tragic hero or a tragic heroine? So, in literature, in plays especially, the tragic hero or tragic heroine is a character that has, who is gifted, is a character who is set apart from most people. The tragic hero or heroine has an ability to do something that exceeds or supersedes most people around them. However, the tragic hero or heroine also has what is called a hamasha or a fatal flaw, right? So this fatal flaw is not like any other weakness they have, not like any other flaw they have, because this flaw has the ability to derail their life and to bring them down entirely. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I see a lot of parallels between the tragic hero or the tragic heroine and a lot of gifted men and women out there, a lot of spiritually gifted women and men, a lot of people out there who are here to manifest destinies that are very, very heavy, who are here to break strongholds, to break old ideologies, who are here to create new paradigms and new shifts, right? A lot of us have gone through very, very trying times and have gone through periods in our lives where we've been made to question ourselves in every single way. And during this time, we may also have had strengths and talents, right? Different abilities to do things that maybe others envied or others wanted to sabotage. But at the same time, because of the things that we go through, we are also being set up by the enemy to fail, in the sense that we are essentially groomed through our childhood into our adulthood to have certain mindsets, certain characteristics, to endure certain spiritual battles that change our own self perception, that distort our self image from what the Most High has put onto us to how the Most High created us into a different, completely different identity that is not what the Most High wants for us. We see this in a lot of talented people, a lot of talented celebrities who unfortunately end up leaving this world in very, very harsh ways. People such as Whitney Houston, people such as Michael Jackson, even, right? The list goes on. There's a lot of talented men and women out there who have tragic endings because of battles they faced, whether they were aware of them or not. So understand that when you are a gifted man or woman, when you have an ability to do something, it doesn't always have to be something that is loud. It can be your presence. You might have a healing presence. You might have the ability to use your words to heal others. You might have the ability to comfort people, or you have a skill of sharing insight into connecting with people at a very, very supernatural level. You could be connected to different realms, right? You could be a seer, you could be psychic. You have a talent for music or something, right? Whatever it may be, understand that when you have something that is great, the enemy will almost always try to set you up to fail in some sort of way. This is why I am very, very heavy on being honest with ourselves and being able to do the shadow work that is necessary for us to transmute a lot of the pain that we have gone through into our biggest strengths. Understand that no matter how heavy your past is or how heavy some of the things that you are going through are, that you have the power given by the Most High to transmute all of these heavy warfare, all of these things into your greatest strengths. Because one thing about spiritual warfare and how the enemy sets us up is that it's very, very layered. It's not just the people around you, your friends, maybe your family, or strangers who are a part of this, it's also bigger systems. There's greater systems that also don't want gifted women and men to manifest their spiritual gifts and their spiritual abilities to the highest level, because it threatens the current status quo. It threatens the status quo, and it threatens structures and systems that have relied on our compliance, that have relied on our ignorance to thrive and to survive up to now, right? This is why there is a lot of decay and sickness in the world that we see, right? There's a lot of things that are promoted in the media, in society, that is meant to destroy our spirits, because the world as we know it is currently feeding off of our energies. It's currently feeding off of our ignorance. It's feeding off of our inability to see through the illusions, right? So, this is why the spiritually gifted woman or man goes through very intense initiations and very intense periods in their life where they are forced to confront their demons. You will be forced to confront your shadows brutally, with brutal honesty and with faith, because in order to truly be a transformative being, not only for yourself, but for the world and for others, you have to be able to face the darkest parts of yourself and transmute it. This is why we go through a lot of tests in comparison to most people, because we are meant to master self. We are meant to master our being to ensure that we are not, repeating cycles that should have ended years ago. Because the thing is, I know people who are very, very talented and gifted who have gone through things. They might have a father wound, a mother wound. They might have gone through certain abuses in their life that has created extremely thick illusions, that they're unable to see through. So a lot of the decisions these people make is based purely on pain. It's based purely on trying to attain, essentially trying to fill a void, right? And this is why the spiritual gifted man or woman must allow themselves to go through many ego deaths so that they are able to see themselves how the Most High God sees them. Because let me tell you something, the warfare that the enemy wages on your life when you house greatness is layered. Okay, like I said, it's very, very layered and complex. They not only use the people around you, but they're also using darker entities, denser entities to blind you with illusions. There are a lot of people out here who are seeing themselves completely outside of how the Most High sees them. And because of this, they are housing vices, they are housing attributes and characteristics that are going to be your fatal flaw. That's going to be something that has the potential to bring you down despite your greatness, despite the gifts that you have. So being anchored to the Most High is very, very essential, because the warfare comes from all angles. It comes from every imaginable angle. It's a warfare on the mind, the heart. It's a warfare on your energy, your sexual energy, your creative energy. It's a warfare on your self-image. It's a warfare on, the personal traumas that you've gone through. That's all part of it, right? And this is why when you begin to go through the dark night of the soul, the Most High reveals these layers to you. You suddenly realize that that friend who was spiritually attacking you wasn't just acting on their own accord, they were being used by greater. So, like I was saying, that people are essentially used by greater entities and structures that want to see your demise. So, self mastery is very, very important on this path. So, if you find that the Most High isolates you a lot, if you find that the Most High takes you out of friendship groups, that He takes you out of scenarios and places where you're not meant to be, see that as a blessing, because the Most High is not just protecting you, but He's also giving you the space to learn about your true nature, the space to learn about who you really are, away from people's expectations, away from people's envy towards you, right? Because there's always someone somewhere who is preying on your downfall, unfortunately, right? So, like I said, avoid being a tragic hero or heroine by embodying and allowing yourself to go through self mastery and being brutally honest with yourselves. Because I have known people who have been very, very talented but have let their vices get to them, right? And they essentially kind of press the self destruct button on their life, and it becomes a very tragic thing to witness because you can't really help people that much. You can't hold someone's hand through their own healing. It takes a lot of inner strength to do that, right? So that's all for this video. Remember that if you would like to work with me one on one to heal these complex parts of spiritual warfare, of your self esteem issues, then feel free to book a session with me. My website is always linked in the comments section and in the description box below. And as always, I'm wishing you more evolution, healing, love, and I will see you in the next video.